All right. Welcome back to another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast. You got your boy Lawrence, Kenny, and Phil. How y'all living? How y'all feeling, man? What's going on? How y'all weeks been? How was your weekends? Are you doing good? You doing bad? You doing all right?
Wonderful. The only sad part is that NFL's almost over.
That is very
Is
true.
it? Oh, wow. Damn. Season's gone by fast.
That is
Wow.
true.
I cannot believe it.
What about you, Phil? How's your week been?
Pretty good. You know, hitting some bets here and there, but also some L's. But hey, that's life. But a couple weeks, NBA season. I'm excited.
Yeah, NBA season is almost here. NFL.
Well, NBA season is here.
Is it? Well, for us, it's coming
For us.
soon. For us, it's coming soon. It didn't start for us because football over here, we love football. But I was gonna say my week's been good so far. We got no football this weekend. Technically,
the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Kenny, is there any boost for the Pro Bowl?
About the Pro Bowl.
We got to hit some boosts 3 weeks in a row.
What for? How many flags are gonna be pulled? So is that what they're doing? Are they?
Yeah, they're calling it like the Pro Bowl weekend. They're doing a whole bunch of games. It looks like they're doing different activities. But yeah, I don't think there's an actual game.
Yeah, we get to see Tyler Huntley play, so I'm excited.
Yeah, that's a joke and a half.
How did he listen? No disrespect to him, but
No,
how did he even?
Josh Allen.
You said disrespect?
I'm sorry, that's absolutely insane. Like, in what planet do we go to Tyler Huntley as an ultimate?
I said, fuck Trevor Lawrence, I guess.
I mean, those guys probably wouldn't even have gone anyways, I'm guessing. But still, it's just, if I'm Huntley, why am I? Well, he's probably going to get a little incentive in his contract. That's why he's going. But that's just like, I'm like, what?
All because of Josh Allen's elbow.
Do you think they probably asked a whole bunch of people first, or
no, he was like the fourth? He was already there, yeah.
Okay.
So they definitely. So yes, they did ask plenty before they got there.
Okay, all right. So I thought it was like he was the first option, and he skipped the line. I was about to say that's some crazy shit.
But I mean,
now that's one hell of a script.
Kenny Pickett, Trevor Lawrence, Desmond Ritter.
Wait, over Huntley?
I would take any of those guys over Huntley.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is going.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Who else?
Who's
Bailey Zappi played better, to be honest.
But right, I mean, realistically, they had about the same amount of starts.
All because of that UCL injury to Josh Allen.
And now Brock Purdy has it too. But man, listen, I don't even know where to even really start. I'm just sad that this ending. I want more weeks. I want an extra week so Kenny would have had to do the push-ups. You feel me?
Push.
I was looking so forward to that, bro. I was looking so forward to that, but in that time, we got to run it back. We got to run it back next season.
I never had a doubt.
Huh?
So there was never a doubt for you, Phil.
He said it never. Yeah, I was gonna say that's true too, because you was over there. You wanted to counter every week.
Blame Tom Brady. I'm just saying.
You said blame Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Oh my gosh, he's a joke. He is a joke indeed.
There's always next year.
Man, but yeah, we're gonna have a pretty brief one tonight because it's obviously we got the Super Bowl coming up. We're gonna save some content for next week. Probably have some guests on next week. We're gonna have Kenny's number one supporter on next week too.
Which one?
His favorite guy. No, we gotta listen. We gotta bring Sean on here. We got to. It has to happen.
Well, I just like to get my screen time out of the way this week. Then, so I just want to
screen time.
Thank you for giving me my I just want to give my time to talk now before next week. So thank you, Lord, for letting me know ahead of time.
Kenny hitting the Magic Johnson.
Hit him with the
oh man,
Tyrese Ejectocito. He says one thing. Wow. Ejectocito.
It's jokes. Oh man, but Listen, man. We're gonna get right into it though. We're gonna get right into it because, like I said, it's gonna be a quick one tonight. Everybody's got prop bets that they're sitting there. They got their shrines in their room right now.
Neil style last year.
What is it? But we're gonna get right to it though. NFL honors, man. As far as the list goes, were you guys surprised by any of the lists? Anybody that was on there or anything like that before I kind of show them?
Surprised, no. Annoyed, yes. Brock Purdy. Was I surprised they made him a finalist? No. Should he be a finalist for Rookie of the Year? Absolutely not.
He's there?
Absolutely not. He literally came in and swooped and knocked Chris Olave out. Chris Olave, like, what the hell? Like, I'm saying, I literally didn't notice. When I first saw the list, I never paid attention to it. And then I was like, I looked back at it, I was like, yo, where's Chris at?
Yeah, like, am I surprised they did it? No.
Yeah, because
do I think they should have done it? No.
Yeah, but
okay.
All right, man, hold on.
Undefeated streak. They had to put him under, I guess.
No, that's not true.
All right, man. So this is I'm gonna put the graphic up here first. For MVP, man, we got Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow. I feel like this is kind of expected. These guys all showed up this season. Anybody that you guys got here that is a surprise, or anybody that you think is a leader at this point?
I'm surprised you have Josh Allen at fourth. I thought he'd be a little.
Well, no, there's no order. No order.
Okay.
That's why I didn't put numbers on there just for that reason.
Never mind. Thank you for explaining to me so we can talk it out. Okay, gotcha. Never mind.
This is Mahomes' trophy. They need. I don't know. I mean, Allen got hurt this year, so his numbers went down. Burrow, they were undefeated since Halloween, but again, it wasn't like he killed you with numbers like eye-popping wise. Jalen Hurts got hurt, and then Mahomes had better numbers than Hurts passing and rushing combined. So
yeah, it's Mahomes to lose.
And they got the 1 seed. So
yeah, I think it would have probably been Hurts if he didn't get hurt. I think he would have had a better chance.
Yeah.
Yes, but still, to me, it would have been wrong.
And
because we're penalizing Mahomes because we're just used to seeing how great he is. Like, look at Mahomes' numbers and look at Hurts' numbers. Like, even before Hurts got hurt, Mahomes' just passing numbers were stronger than Hurts' passing and rushing combined. I'm getting tired of penalizing guys because they're so great.
It's the LeBron effect.
And you can argue, Tom Brady, as much as I used to hate the guy, like, there was no one more valuable to a team ever than Tom Brady. The guy
how about that guy on First Take? What was his name? What he said? Mike.
Mad Dog's friend, I think.
Mike Francesa?
Yeah, he said Tom Brady isn't the best Super Bowl or the regular season. Basically, he's not the best quarterback overall, but he's played the longest and he's had the most accolades. That's what he basically said. He said best regular season quarterback was Peyton Manning, and then the best Super Bowl quarterback was Joe Montana.
Let me just read something.
That's what he said. I know.
How's he feel about Frank Gore?
I don't know, but he was talking about it. I like some people were agreeing with what he's saying, but at the same time, I was like,
okay, maybe talent wise, Tom Brady was never gonna wow you, but
yeah, but he won.
Total package. There's no one better.
Right.
Let me just read this to you. Our good pal Stephen Depot put this on Facebook today. It's my
Stephen who?
Steve Depot.
Oh, okay.
Tom Brady retires while having won 7 Super Bowls of the 23 years he played in the NFL. That is a .304 winning percentage if you consider the seasons played as opposed to Super Bowl wins to Super Bowl appearances, which would put his winning percentage at .777, which is absurd. So to put that in perspective, Tom Brady was more likely to win a Super Bowl in a given season than Mike Trout is to get a base hit, as Mike Trout's batting average is only .303.
God damn.
Yeah. I saw when he posted that too. So yeah,
that's
just
to put into perspective how great Tom Brady is. He was more likely to win a Super Bowl than Mike Trout is to get a hit.
If you're not cheating,
I think it was in his so far in his career right now.
Yeah, his career average is 303, and Brady's Super Bowl average is 304.
He's great. Listen, the greatness is there. This is like I said this when we first started the pod, like a year and a half ago, whatever it was. It's like people that this is my thing, right? People that have never really been like everybody is good at something, but if you're not good at something, sometimes you can be bitter and really when you see greatness, you can't really understand it or comprehend it. Like I'm not saying everybody does that, but I feel like that is like a reoccurring theme when it comes to like you talking about Braun, you're talking about Jordan, you're talking about Brady, you're talking about all these guys that played for so long and done it so great. Some perspectives be like, you just don't like that they're great at this point. Like you can't even acknowledge their greatness.
Skip Bayless.
Just acknowledge it. Like it's one
just
thing,
say,
like,
just acknowledge. You don't have to say he's the best ever.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
Like just say, you know what? I don't like that guy, but damn, is he good?
Yeah, that's true too.
Like,
That's
that
true
is
too.
not hard to do. Like Tom Brady, I have always hated that dude, always, but never once should you hear me say Tom Brady sucks. Like I'd be an idiot, and you should never take me seriously if I ever said that.
Yeah, that's what it is when you are a competitor. Like everything, the obsession, the putting everything into it. Like some people can't comprehend that. So going from there, man, we got the defensive player of the year. We got Nick Bosa, Chris Jones, and Michael Parsons. Who do y'all got, man?
Do you think the Philly guy Reddick should be in there?
No.
Hassan Reddick.
This is my thing, right?
I've seen that around. I was curious.
Yeah. So how do I say this? They want to compare Michael Parsons. They want to throw him under the bus. Say he's not. Look what Hassan Reddick's doing. Look what Michael Parsons doing. It's year 2 versus year 7. If they were head and head to neck and neck in year, like how long they've been in the league, and they came in at the same time, then I think there'd be more of an argument. But Hassan Reddick, he's been an all right player up to this point, and then he gets into Philly and he can flourish in the defense that he's around. But you wasn't doing that with the Cardinals. You wasn't doing that with. Wasn't he playing with the Panthers too? Was he on the Panthers?
Did he go there for? Yeah, I feel like he was there for a year.
You think he was right before he went? I think he was there last year.
Yes,
I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
Let's look it up right now. That sounds correct though, Lawrence.
I don't know because I feel like he was wearing the number 7 there too.
Yes, he was with the Panthers.
Yeah, he's with the Panthers.
43.
So 43, my fault. But it's just like I don't know. You can't really compare the two, and I feel like he does more. Michael Parsons does more than Hassan Reddick is asked to do. Hassan Reddick is having an incredible year. He's got 16 sacks on the season or something like that.
16, yep.
Incredible. But you can't go ahead. Michael Parsons. That's another thing too. Is like when teams are this good and they have over 12 wins, 13 wins. Fans of that team think everybody should take over every award, and that's just not the case. It's just not the case. It doesn't work like that.
And you also know why it doesn't matter. Because neither one of them should beat Nick Bosa for Defensive Player of the Year anyways. No. So what do we really...
it's going to be Bosa.
Like, that's my thing with some of these things. Like, my guy should have been a finalist.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to pat on the back?
You want to be at the ceremony?
It's nice Chris Jones is getting his flowers too because he's been balling year in and year out too. So... But I definitely think it's gonna be Nick Bosa simply for what that defense has done all season. Then they hold people to like 18 points on the season or something like that.
It's just nuts when you look like the defense is why that team is where they are. Like so.
Yeah.
And they're not giving a defender MVP, so he's got to be defensive player of the year.
All right, so
absolutely.
So with MVP, right? You obviously had Justin Jefferson in there. You had Jalen Hurts. Who do you guys think is going to take Offensive Player of the Year?
This is where it's so weird.
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Hurts, Justin Jefferson, and Patrick Mahomes are in the running.
Because you look at this, like everything I just said about Patrick Mahomes, you're like, it's got to be Patrick Mahomes, right? Yeah, but you don't get both the awards. And then at the same breath, like, I'm also not giving it to Hurts because if he didn't win MVP, which we consider a quarterback award, I'm not going to penalize the other guys.
Yeah.
And then even though Justin Jefferson is in the MVP race, I think Ty Hill might be your offensive player of the year.
I'm leaning towards the same way. He was a league leader in yards, right? In receiving yards? Or Jefferson?
No, Jefferson. I think Tyreek Hill had. Did he have? I think he had catches. He might have had the catches.
Yeah, Jamar had 1,800 receiving yards. You know what? Looking back on this, I'm giving it to Justin. I'm sorry, that's Jamar. Wait, they got the wrong face here. Let me reload this. Yeah, Justin Jefferson had 1,800 receiving yards this year. Tyreek Hill had 1,700.
I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to give it to.
They might give it to Jay Jettis, to be honest. Yeah,
I think Jay Jettis or Hurts. No, Jay Jettis or Hill. My fault. Because, like you said, Hurts. If Hurts doesn't win MVP, they're not going to give him the. I don't think they're.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Jefferson. Plus the game against the Bills, definitely a very good case.
I mean, but it's like splitting hairs. I'm looking at it right now, like 1,700 yards to 1,800 yards, 8 touchdowns to 7 touchdowns, like, and then they both had a rushing touchdown. Like,
who had more receptions?
JJ had 128 for 1,800, and Ty Hill had 119 for 1,700. So everything is like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
and Ty had to do it. Think about this. With a couple weeks where he had super question marks.
Skyler and Bridgewater, yeah. Ooh.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I wouldn't be mad if Ty Hill won it, actually. Because he did more with less, technically. Fuck, I'll be different. I'll go Tyreek Hill. Why not?
He said, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
He's playing with Skylar Thompson and Bridgewater. Why not?
And then the ultimate robbery is offensive rookie of the year. Brock Purdy's in there. You got Kenneth Walker and Garrett Wilson. Since Chris Olave is not in here, I'm going with Kenneth Walker.
I'll go with Kenneth Walker as well.
I think he had a
1,000 yards.
Huge. I believe so. Because he went crazy.
Lawrence, but I'm going to tell you the same thing that I just said about the Hassan Reddick argument.
What's up?
Does it matter that Chris Olave is not a finalist because he wasn't winning the award anyways?
My top opinion on Joe Flacco as well.
Yeah. I would say with Kenneth Walker being in there, I would have gave it to him anyway.
That's what I'm saying. I think Kenneth Walker's going to win regardless. So
because of the impact he had on the team,
right? Like, you're not a finalist, boo-hoo, but you weren't going to win it anyways.
He's at Breece Hall. Well, if he played more games, he probably would have won it, to be honest.
What's your honest opinion on Joe Flacco? Had a few debates.
What are we talking? Joe Flacco now? Joe Flacco's career? I need more. A little more.
We need context.
He's elite. That's all we got to say.
What's your honest opinion on Joe Flacco? Had a few debates with some people. Need opinions off topic, but I felt like nothing's off topic, man.
Yeah, we'll totally get into it. Just need a little more.
It's Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl's next week, so we can talk about pretty much anything.
If we're talking just generally speaking,
Breece Hall had a chance too. Breece Hall definitely had a chance.
He probably would have won it.
Healthy. Yeah, if he stayed healthy. His career and how y'all compare him in the conversation with the other QBs now on that team or in general.
And I'm probably just him and historically. I'm going to be honest with you. Joe Flacco is one of the most mediocre quarterbacks you've ever seen. He had a very hot defense and he had a very hot streak when he won the Super Bowl. Other than that one stretch where he won absolutely bonkers when he won the Super Bowl, what was it? He got paid, but that was it. He had a stretch of about 6 games, which was the end of the year that they won the Super Bowl, and that was it. Joe Flacco was never anything special.
I agree. Yeah.
He was good, like obviously, but he was always on a great Baltimore team. You want to be honest? You know what Joe Flacco kind of reminds me of? Kirk Cousins.
Oh, bro. Oh my. Listen, Kenny. This is why you my boy, because in my mind, I was letting you finish, and I was gonna say this is exactly what I was gonna say. I say he is Kirk Cousins before finding out how to finesse more money and survive in the NFL. Yeah. That's exactly who he is.
There's nothing wrong with Kirk Cousins or Joe Flacco, but don't tell me he's better than anybody else. Like when they used to say, like, oh, Joe Flacco's better than Matt Ryan because they came in the same draft. Like, no, he's not better than Matt Ryan. Like, he was on better teams than Matt Ryan. That's why he's a Super Bowl.
Oh, so since you're a Ravens fan, what's your opinion?
They agreed.
Does Lamar? No, but Lamar does Lamar get his money? Because there's some Baltimore fans they're torn right now. They're saying ship him out. He's a running quarterback. They listening to the nonsense.
Yeah, you know what's funny, Lawrence? I saw that too. Ship him out. He's a running quarterback. You know they had them drafted in the first round to replace him. Anthony Richardson from Florida.
He's a bigger body, but he's like a Cam Newton comparison.
That's right. It's like because he's a project quarterback, so you're gonna have to run the same offense anyway. So what are we saying?
Nah, listen, man, they're tripping out there. They're tripping. I don't know. Drew, let us know what you think about the Ravens and what they need to do. Right now, I feel like what they need to do is go and get skilled guys, and they need to fire the offensive coordinator. You need to get rid of the wishbone pistol formation. Oh, they did?
Yeah, Greg Roman's out.
Yeah, my God. Lamar might actually come back because of that now. But that's like, that offense was literally like, we don't want to see you do anything else, and that's it. He said, honestly, I wouldn't give him the bread due to the fact that he hasn't finished a complete season in 2 seasons. He definitely can get the job done, but how do we pay him if he hasn't been healthy in 2 years? This is great. I love this. No,
it's just, every fan base does it with their players.
It's Lamar. It's
Lamar. My thing though is like, if the Ravens, if they come out tomorrow and say they just inked them the largest deal in NFL history, all Raven fans are going to be hyped. Like, we got Lamar back, but then if they don't bring him back, but what he just said, well, he hasn't been healthy. We're going to play with Huntley anyways. And that's just every fan base for everybody.
Yeah, it's and people got to realize it's football too. At the end of the day, the injuries are gonna happen. I think he protected himself quite a bit this season. And I felt like when 2 weeks before, he started to turn up his play style, because you could see at the beginning of the season he was just dropping back, less running, and then it got into, all right, we need more wins. And then next thing you know, he was getting hurt. So obviously we need him. But if we pay him and he gets hurt again. But okay, so my thing is,
you know why he's getting hurt too? Because the offense, you make him run and you don't bring any weapons around him. Like when Rashad Bateman is there, he does not need to run as much. He can actually play quarterback, and that's what doesn't happen. When Bateman is out, there are no weapons, and he has to run the ball, and he gets hurt.
We have Mark Andrews.
It's literally your fault.
There's Mark Andrews now. Yeah, you need more than Mark Andrews as a weapon.
I think that's part of the problem. I think that if he goes to a system where he's not asked to be playing A, B, C, and D, he's not going to put himself in harm's way as much, and he'll be a little bit better off. An example, actually, is like look at Philly's offense. Like, because Jalen Hurts is a very strong running quarterback. They like to run him. But they have so many other options there that Jalen Hurts is not – I mean, he got hurt this year, but that was a freak accident type thing. But
yeah.
Right.
I think the Ravens, it's a good opportunity right now to plan out the future. You can figure out what you want to do. Let me look up the myth cap space that they have right now.
Oh, we got
Super Bowl predictions will come up later or next week.
Yeah, we're gonna do that next week. Today
now the Puppy Bowl, I got any golden retriever, just a heads up.
And then all right, we're gonna come back to make sure y'all can put questions in the chat, but we're gonna continue with the NFL awards, the honors coming up next Thursday. And you can let us know who you think is gonna win each award. I posted that on our Facebook too.
Check that down.
Defensive rookie of the year, we got Sauce Gardner, Aiden Hutchinson, and Tariq Woolen. Who do you guys got, man? I think it's pretty obvious.
Buffalo Wild Wings sponsor.
Actually, not as so much, because I think Tariq Woolen had a great season, but Sauce was they were clicking this season. The defense for the Jets they're here, they're young, fast.
Yep.
They got swag to them.
I think Woolen is a great story, but I think that Gardner is the rookie of the year.
I agree. Too bad they ended their season 0-6, 0-5.
He said
he's filthy.
Yeah, he
was a lockdown. The minute he got drafted and stepped on the field, literally it was like, all right, we're not throwing the ball to his side of the field. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Like, he might not. Who knows? Maybe he's not that great, but we don't know because they don't test him.
And shout out to his I think his counterpart. What is it? DJ Reed. So DJ Reed, hold on, DJ Reed, yeah, the Jets. The other side too, he played. He had a really good season too.
And they got who? Bryce Hall's over there too.
Yeah, so it's gonna be real interesting. He came over from the 49ers, I believe. DJ Reed.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna be really happy with that team.
And to go back to Drew with the Ravens. The Ravens right now have 27 million cap space coming up for 2023.
Yeah, but that's going to be all.
It's not a very deep wide receiver
Yeah,
free agency, is it?
What'd you say?
Not a very deep wide receiver free agent class this year, is it?
You got Juju.
Yeah, here I got it right here, real quick. Wide receiver, you got Michael Thomas, Nelson Aguilar, DJ Chark, Marvin Jones, Julio, Pringle, Hardy, Jacoby Myers, Alan Lazard, Juju, AJ Green. Let me see if I can skim through some more notable names. It's not that good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, let me tell you. I mean, yes, it's not that good, but I mean,
there's some pieces out there.
DJ Chark, Juju, Sterling Shepard,
Jacoby Myers.
Yep.
I mean, even Alan Lazard is not terrible. Jacoby Myers actually in the rate. Like, okay,
yeah,
these guys are.
He played. He got some spark to him.
Like, sure, there's no bona fide number one out here, but it's free agency. You're not really going to get bona fide number one. Right. You can definitely do something with what's out there.
Right. So if we keep Lamar, we got to get him. So yeah, that's another thing too. Is we're very quick to like be harsh on the quarterbacks, but they also don't have no help. Like there's some people that show life. Like the Bears are rumored to give up on Justin Fields.
I hope they do, and I hope it comes to Atlanta.
Really?
And
there's rumors that they're trying to trade off of him so they can draft one of the quarterbacks with the first.
So then they can go put another quarterback in the same situation and then say he's trash.
But what you got to remember too, though, is new coach and new GM.
Yeah, so they want their guy. So it makes sense at the end of the day. But Justin Fields, well, listen, man. Go ahead and do that if you want.
I don't think they ultimately do it because why? But I mean, if they do,
the fan base is going to be mad as hell.
If they do,
because they do like him.
Drew, to Atlanta. We got the number 8 pick that will be.
And Kyle Pitts.
Chill.
He would be. Could you imagine Justin Fields in the Falcons offense?
No, I don't want to.
Could you imagine?
I don't want to.
Drake London, Kyle Pitts.
I listen, and I might have to go suit up, and I might have to go suit up and get a few reps and take his kneecap out. You know what I mean? You're not about to play against that for 6 to 8 years. You're not doing that because the Saints can't guard running quarterbacks to save their lives.
Oh man.
But going from there, man, we got comeback player of the year. All three of these guys
I gotta ask you guys a question.
Very deserving.
It's about number 2, isn't it?
Before you go off. I feel like they're all deserving. They all had great stories, great paths. But go ahead, Kenny. What you got, man?
What is comeback player of the year? What is it?
I'm official definition. I just want to make sure.
For me,
because this is.
I don't know how CMC is in this.
What do you mean you're not? Huh?
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
He was injured.
Get this off the screen.
They gotta see you. They gotta see you, bro.
Because I gotta see you. You don't know CMC. This is the one you're questioning. It's CMC. CMC and Barkley were hurt last year.
Well, you got Geno. The Geno
Why
story.
Is Geno Smith? Like, what did he come back from? He was benched. He stunk. He was terrible.
No,
comeback player of the year. Okay, you sucked. You've never been a starter because you sucked. And now you got a starting job because we had no choice to start.
No, because they
comeback player of the year.
He was coming back. He was coming back because they wrote him off. That's why.
Yeah, they wrote him off.
What is this? What did he come back from?
The script.
I don't know.
They came back from the script.
CMC blew out their knees. They came back. You didn't come back. You just finally played. What?
He went rogue from the script. That's why.
I'm confused.
I mean,
I don't get it. Someone has to explain to me.
Do they actually have a legit definition of the award, like as NFL?
I don't know, man.
Adversity. He stunk.
All right, Kenny, who you giving it to? Who you picking?
Everyone but Geno Smith.
CMC. I like what Barkley did for his team. The Giants. He's pretty much the only life raft that was thrown out into the water every week.
Yep.
He kind of fizzed out at the end. He got a little banged up, but still played through it. So that was nice to see. But
give me Saquon as well. I think
Gino deserves most improved.
Came back from adversity. Gino did his thing.
Most improved.
Nah,
That's
Gino
what Gino
is Gino's known for getting punched in the locker room for betting. That's what he's known for.
Oh, for betting. Damn.
Yeah, he got punched. He broke his jaw from the. It was I think it was or he owed somebody money or it was betting.
I remember what it was. I remember he got punched by IKM, whatever his name is. But
yeah, it was over. I think it was over money or betting or something.
He came back from.
I guess I'm wondering. So like next year, let's say Bailey Zappi is the starting quarterback in New England, and they're good. Does he get comeback?
Give it to him.
Why not?
Why not? His ass down.
Mac Jones versus Bailey Zappi. That's a storybook. Right.
He was the best. Okay.
Whatever that shit.
That's just if Blake Bortles comes back in the league, does he come back player of the year? Well, I mean, he might be come back because he came back in the league. But
no, if Drew Lock did
or Josh Gordon.
Yeah, Drew Lock got traded. If Drew Lock ends up being a starter somewhere next year, no, you weren't hurt. You just sucked. And now you finally got a chance to play because they had no choice but to put you. You think they wanted to play Geno Smith this year? If Pete Carroll tells you he wanted to play Geno Smith this year, he's a liar. He had no choice. Because Drew Lock was that bad. Right, because Drew Lock was that bad, they had to start Geno Smith.
Yo, I'm so dead, bro. I'm dead. Yo, you're funny, man. That's great. That's great. Oh man! All right, and then the last but not comeback player of the year. Last but not least, man, coach of the year, Brian Dable, Sean McDermott. You got Doug Peterson, Kyle Shanahan, and Nick Sirianni. Who do you guys got for coach of the year? I think this is a loaded list. I think there's a couple that are deserving. My pick is gonna be Doug Peterson. That's gonna be my pick. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Dabo just because of the whole Giants were mediocre last year, and they didn't have the best record as one of the playoff teams, but they still got in the playoffs some way somehow. So
it was very impressive.
Daniel Jones,
that roster is
Daniel Jones' improvement from last year to this year is a very good accomplishment. So I'm gonna go with that.
You guys took the two sexy picks. I'm going with. I like Kyle Shanahan. That what he did with that team is
with the third quarterback.
Like that, Brock Purdy came in and that team got better. I don't know how many guys could take the last pick in the draft and say doesn't matter. They're still going to look like one of the hottest teams in football. Going
in the fourth.
Right. Even with Josh Johnson for a little bit, they looked like they were competitive.
Is there a problem with the San Fran doctor still? This is like what? How many injuries had the 49ers had in the last 2-3 years?
I don't know, man.
In this case,
all four quarterbacks got hurt this year.
No, right. But when you look at what injuries they had, like I made the joke about them before too. But these are like things like no doubt.
Game injuries.
One broke his leg. Jimmy did something to his foot. What's his face got hit in the elbow, and the other guy
Purdy. Yeah.
Like there's nothing you could have done to prepare yourself for any of them.
Yeah. But if you're tuning in right now, man, we were talking about the NFL honors. It's next Thursday night. Who do you guys got for coach of the year, offensive and defensive rookie of the year, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, and then MVP, and then coach of the year too. So let us know who you guys got. Don't forget
Gino for comeback player.
Gino for comeback player.
They try to write me off.
I guess I'm writing them off. You better write me back.
He said, "You better write me back."
Tune in. We might have a watch party. Imagine just seeing his live reaction of Geno Smith winning the award.
If he wins comeback player of the year, I don't know.
Why is someone going live on RIG? Hold on. It's going to be a whole ass live rant.
If he wins, I really need a definition of what the award is.
I do too, to be honest.
I don't know how could there be any category that has Saquon, CMC, and Geno all as finalists. What do they have in common?
Comeback.
Okay.
NFC.
That's all I'm saying.
Cool.
That's like saying we should give it to Hassan Reddick because he wasn't great in Carolina, but he had 16 sacks this year. Oh, come back.
They wrote him off.
Or Cordero Patterson last year. Right? The guy was a career journeyman who was a kick returner and went for over 1,000 offensive yards last year.
That's a very good point.
Just saying.
All
Give me
right.
some consistency. Anyways,
Wait, what we got
get
here?
off my
The Pro Bowl is a joke. It's a joke right now.
we don't. Yeah, I don't even acknowledge that thing.
Who?
Yeah.
Who is she? No, I don't know.
Neither like. But all right, man. We're on pretty much the last topic of the night. Is
And then silhouettes.
You said the silhouettes.
And that's
Not yet. That's a couple weeks away. But as far as the conference championship games, how'd you feel?
I hit a boost. I'm happy.
How'd you feel?
Like me, Kenny Cash.
What was y'all feeling for the first game? You had the Niners, you had the Eagles.
I almost fell asleep too at the halftime. I can lie to you.
I mean, shout out to Philly. You guys did what you're supposed to do. You dominated absolutely in 2 games. You've looked like the best team in the NFC. You were the best team in the NFC all regular season. So shout out to y'all. I picked the Niners to win, as we all know. I was wrong, very wrong. Obviously, Purdy went out, but looked like it wouldn't have mattered anyways. They were clicking on all cylinders.
The defense is looking crazy.
We'll never know until if they face again next year.
Right. I mean, I would have loved to see Purdy play, but I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. Well, he played, they won, because I don't know that, and they looked really good. So
but he came back and played though. No.
Yeah, and I said this to us I said this to y'all in the chat. Like, Lance goes down, Garoppolo goes down. Why don't you go into the playoffs? Why don't you have 3 quarterbacks?
Right.
I know. Like it's uncommon now. It used to be a thing where they had.
It's a matter.
You said the emergency thing. Yeah. No, but the thing is,
for y'all know y'all
right,
medical staff is terrible.
Like,
I don't know, man.
You know, you're only a couple hits away from it. And then my other question was though, like, I mean, again, this is probably absurd to ask, but I'm going to say it anyway. If with Brock Purdy back there, all you could do is hand the ball off anyways, why didn't you just run Wildcat the whole game? Because at least they can pretend like you know what I'm saying? Like, you were only handing the ball off regardless, so it's not
right after that. We'll talk about that next.
Like, I just don't get it.
We're about to talk about the AFC Championship right after this. I mean, hey, 49ers did what they can. Obviously, Josh Johnson out, Purdy out. What was it? Handoff to like the 3rd or 4th quarter. I mean, I think I saw CMC throw one pass.
They handed the ball to CMC threw the ball once, but anytime Purdy threw it, it was just a screen pass, so it was a glorified handoff. So I don't know. At least if you would have had McCaffrey or Juszczyk or Debo or somebody back there, the Eagles would have had to pretend like you can throw the ball because you might have actually been able to. Like with Purdy in there, they would have put 11 in the box and said, "We know what's coming."
Yeah, Eagles defense was firing. There's not much you could do. They just played the better game, and they had the advantage with the health advantage. Because I think everyone was healthy on the Eagles. I don't think anyone was hurt. Bosa was hurting. Just hey, they did what they had to do. Onto Arizona.
For me, man, watching that game, obviously there's gonna be the what ifs as a fan. If you're a Niners fan, they're gonna sit there, be kicking themselves to say they were close again. What if this? What if that? But you still gotta play. You still had an opportunity. You were still in somewhat striking distance, even when all that went down. I think you still have a. I don't know. You have a. I think you got a fighting chance if you have a quarterback that can throw the ball. You have somewhat of a fighting chance. You're not out of it.
They even did for a little bit when Josh Johnson was in there. Then the defense started to press and started making penalties and a lot of mental mistakes. But that was because they felt the pressure of if we don't score, the offense isn't going to score. So they started trying to cheat, and that's what happened.
Yeah. So I think it was. I think the Eagles is going to win the game regardless. Because I had picked them, but I didn't see it happening in that fashion.
And then Trent Williams almost bodied someone. Well, he did body somebody.
No. He put him down. Don't play with that man. He already fought for his life once. So he's not scared of no man walking earth.
He is definitely going to get a call from WWE in the offseason. Hey, you want to make an appearance at WrestleMania? We know you're free, so.
His story is crazy too. That time he had I think he took like a year off. He had a tumor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He don't. I'm not messing with nobody that been through something like that. They don't. They not gonna
like
fear
you said,
a person.
they don't fear no man.
Only God. No.
We already seen him punch Richard Sherman. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, I think it's gonna be in that game. I feel like Jalen Hurts and them, they didn't really have to do much. The defense showed up and helped them out a lot. Because if you look at the offensive stuff,
I feel right. He
was missing some money passes. Like you said, you can do
what AJ Brown. I think
you can do what else all day. Devontae Smith down the sideline wasn't a catch. You 4th and 3, boom. The Niners get the ball back. You can break it down, but I'm also not making excuses.
No, right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
but
making
excuses because break it down.
Philly, you won the game. You deserve to win the game.
You didn't have to play your best, to be honest.
But the thing, like I said, is like, I mean, if I'm Kansas City, I'm not confident going to the Super Bowl because you're going against the Super Bowl. But if I'm Philly, I'm also not confident because, like, I mean, obviously you're confident, but like, no one should go in there like, oh, this is ours to lose. Like, no, this is going to be a very competitive game. In Philly, yes, you've dominated the first 2 games, but you have not seen anything like this yet. And the same goes for Kansas City. You have not seen anything like Philly yet. So,
and listen, we've seen Mahomes run for over 500 yards from a phenomenal defense in the Super Bowl already. I'm not going to compare the defenses.
No, but I'm also.
And I would say the Eagles' defense is probably going to be better than
100%.
Strictly from the DB side.
I think that Mahomes has learned from that. And I think
it was both of them.
Because I think that Andy Reid was still a little cocky. Like, we're still going to run my offense the way I want to run it, and it's going to work. And it didn't. I think now they're going to take what they're given. Like, if we can't wait for long plays to develop, we're going to dump it down to Pacheco. We're going to get McKinnon involved in the game. I think they were too stubborn to do that against Tampa a couple years ago.
Hey, watch for Pacheco, man.
Shout out Pacheco.
He might sneak. We'll say that for the next week. But yeah, I think you look at that game and there's some plays, man, like that hurts those money balls. In the bowl, you're gonna need those. He overthrew quite a few times. And I'll also say this. I watched the film breakdown of the game on YouTube and shit. There's a guy that broke the game down. And the Niners, like, alignment was just awful all game. And like, you could just tell they just wanted to run the ball, and they did it. They were able to do it. Inside zone all day, downhill. They got linemen pulling, and you can't really do nothing against that, leaving Bosa by himself, isolated. And it just worked out for the Eagles. They got the job done. They adjusted, figured out what they need to do to win, and they got it done. But I thought it was gonna be a better game. Unfortunate, but the future's bright, man. Future's bright. But we're gonna definitely need more from Hurts in the offense when it comes to playing against the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, like under 150, I think 125-ish, maybe.
Yeah, he's on. I said it on Twitter. Cruise control.
He had one. Yeah,
that's
120.
That's how he plays. That's how he plays the position.
And guess what? It's smart. I do what I do to win games.
Yep.
Like I have said in the past, though, the question that I still have, which I would have for anyone in the situation, if the game script calls for you to be the guy to win the game, can you do it? I'm not saying you can't. I'm just not sure because I haven't seen it yet. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he is probably very capable of it. He's an NFL quarterback, but I ain't seen it yet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got the AFC Championship.
Can I just say something real quick?
Talk to him, Kenny.
Because
talk to him.
I'm tired of people asking me who the best quarterback in the NFL is. And it's always, well, is it Mahomes or is it Lamar Jackson? Was it Mahomes or is it Aaron Rodgers? Was it Mahomes or is it Josh Allen? Was it Mahomes or is it Joe Burrow? What is the one constant in everything I just said? Why do we have to keep making this man prove himself? I don't get it. I'm confused. Well, he lost to Burrow 3 times.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
But it's not entertaining because it's really not a competition. Because it's not.
I think people had it. I think because they want to. What people do is, or I felt like a lot of us want to do this. Like we want to compare the eras, and
Yes.
they wanted to make this Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady.
Thank you for saying that.
That's what they wanted to do.
Because this goes into the next thing that I was saying.
That's what they wanted to do.
I was listening to a podcast, and they brought up someone's tweet that said everybody says that Burrow versus Mahomes is going to be our generation's Brady versus Manning. That's not true, because right now what it is, Mahomes versus whoever, is Tiger Woods versus the field, because that's how good Mahomes is. He is Tiger Woods, and everyone else is chasing him. No one's going to catch him, but there's always going to be a different guy, whether it be Mickelson, whether it be Bubba Watson, whether it be Sergio Garcia. There was always someone coming
like LeBron in the
East. But no one will ever catch him. And it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So let's stop with this nonsense of
Talk
who's
to
better
him.
than Mahomes, because there's no one better than him. There might be a team that comes by and that's better than him, but nobody is better than Patrick Mahomes, and that's it. Patrick Mahomes with one leg was better than Joe Burrow on Sunday.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Call me a bias, call me a homer,
Listen.
You're a hater.
I got a question for y'all. If he does this, where is he stand in all time?
See, that's such a hard thing to say.
Because it's early. It's still early.
Because it's early in his career. But in my opinion, if he finishes his career with multiple Super Bowl wins, it's going to be very tough to not call him the greatest of all time. Granted, Brady
I feel like his Aaron Rodgers turned to the highest volume.
That's what I'm saying, but he wins.
Yeah.
Rodgers obviously he only has one. Rodgers only, but he's been to two. Rodgers only went to one.
That's very
true. He's going to his third.
Yeah.
He's Aaron Rodgers on drugs. He's what everybody wanted Rodgers to be.
Yeah, I mean, if there is one person to surpass Brady, it would be Mahomes. Just the talent, and with the way he's piling up stats, he could catch Brady if given the right amount of opportunity in the playoffs. So
could. Man, that's this.
I gotta protect my boy a little bit.
It's over.
Like the argument we were saying earlier, like Brady, he's not more talented than some people. Mahomes is more talented than anybody I've ever seen play.
Yes,
there's nobody more talented than Mahomes.
He's on one, man.
And he wins.
He's on
what else could you want?
That's a whole.
He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose Tyreek Hill. He's not gonna be good anymore. Okay, here's an MVP season. He's got to play Joe Burrow for the fourth time. He's never beat him. Okay, I'll beat him with one leg. Okay, what else do you want him to do?
Also, Drew said in the game, how do you feel about number 58, the penalty at the end of the game to make the field goal range?
Okay, so go ahead.
Because unless I'm missing something, there still was time on the clock, right? They were on the fringe of field goal range anyways. Like, okay, yeah, was it bad? Sure. You think that they weren't going to get the ball 5 yards in the field goal range anyways? That did not lose them the game. And anyone who thinks it did, you weren't watching.
Yeah, there's more plays than that. Bro,
okay, so I'm very notorious for running out of bounds. You don't want to take unnecessary hits in football. But in the heat of the game, people are running. These dudes is flying at 100 miles per hour. The game is on the line. Stuff like that happens. It is what it is. It is what it is.
He was into the white. He wasn't just giving.
He was.
He was almost on the other side of the white.
But the mentality of a defensive player, they're flying to the ball. I'm saying it's a good call. You call that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because it's a quarterback's league.
Yeah.
You gotta already know. Yeah, don't even try to touch him. It is what it is. But I don't think the blame is on him. Like, I don't think the blame is on him. Also, at the same time, why don't you, in that situation, do you need a spy? Because he's already hurt. But at the same time, why didn't you got a spy? You could have spied. You could have avoided there's a whole bunch of scenarios that could have avoided that situation. So
because the guy's a gamer, like you said, yeah, he's hurt, but if it comes down to it, he's not gonna just give up.
Bro, how many times have we seen them do this? We already knew that the shit was over with once they didn't get the ball back.
But guess what?
Once the Bengals didn't score anything. So
this is Cincy being Cincy. Remember the year with Vontaze Burfict killing Antonio Brown over the middle to set up this is Cincy being Cincy. This is Cincinnati things. They can't get out of their own way.
We have a guest star. Yeah, I mean, It was
Yeah, yeah.
Cincinnati had a lot of plays. Like I think you said plenty of times. There's more than there's what each team gets a certain amount of plays per game, depending on how they use it effectively. It's just whoever's blaming that one guy on that one play.
Nah,
Yeah,
the
it's
game
sad.
the game don't come down to that. The game is a whole bunch of plays.
And also, I'd like to address the third down thing that everyone's going nuts about, saying it was ridiculous. CBS
Oh
literally
yeah, the second and 9 or the third and 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
CBS literally showed the camera angle of the deep ref waving the play off before. We just couldn't hear it because Arrowhead is extremely loud.
You
But
go
the play
Bergen.
does it suck? Sure. And also, when that happened, Kansas City got no points out of it. They punted it away to you. So all you did was lose 30 seconds.
Yep.
So you can't blame the refs. Everyone wants to blame the refs. Everyone is aggravated at the refs. Oh, they cheated for Mahomes. No, they didn't. I hate to break it to you.
Also, Cincy had a slow first half too.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very slow. They didn't get going until the second half.
No.
So, hey man, listen.
It was a great game. It was everything we wanted.
Including yourself, Kenny.
Listen, future bet is looking. That was the most up and down game. I was the cash out. They offered me $250. It dropped down to $140. It went up to $210.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Exactly. I'm not fucking leaving.
Was it $550 the final?
Yes.
Hey man, listen. I thought the Bengals, like you said, they started off very slow. All the energy that they had, I don't know where it went. It just didn't look good. It looks like when you talk shit about somebody and then you gotta see that person and then answer for everything that you said.
Oh, you're the one that said it.
And then you don't show up. So
let me just leave this for the part of the time. When Marquez Valdez-Scantling has 6 catches for 116 yards and a touchdown, because he's the only option they have out there other than Kelsey, because everyone else is hurt, you're not going to win that game. And you don't deserve to win that game. You let Scantling go for 1 point.
MVS. Wow.
MVS.
You do not.
Who had him on the ticket? Not me.
I had Juju.
I had Juju as well.
But then Juju got hurt. So that makes me feel good because that means I was right. Because if Juju was in, he would have gotten 17 more yards.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, we could just summarize this by, visiting a certain place where people go to vacation. I think it's Cancun. So, it's going to be a very, very interesting Cancun vacation spot in the next couple days.
Cancun on 3.
They said Eli Apple's mother drew their Twitter after the game.
Yeah, she did. You got to deal with that. That's what it is. The Chiefs, man, Mahomes. If there was any doubt,
I should have stuck with the Chiefs
about the. If there was any doubt about Mahomes and his greatness, his young greatness, he's very early in his path. Man, oh man.
I don't think there really was.
No Tyreek Hill losing all his receivers.
Why we're asking the question.
And his best cornerback as well.
Yeah, early in the game too. Super early.
I think it was Snead.
Yeah, he went down. He went down in the first drive, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like one of the first two.
First or second, yeah. But I don't want to hear for a very long time, is it Patrick Mahomes or this guy? Because the answer, I don't even need to know who the other guy is you're asking about. The answer is Patrick Mahomes. Right.
If you're asking that question and it's one of those guys that are still the same, it's that guy.
Right.
it's that guy.
Right.
For 7 years straight, it's like what? Why are we having this guy? When did he even
get
the opportunity?
When did he fall off? Right.
Yeah. If it's a 7 year span, and you asking and you keep switching guys, and then it's a 7th year. If that guy's been there the whole time, he's better than everybody you named.
It's literally LeBron in Eastern Conference Finals every single year for 10 straight years.
Yeah.
Cavs, Hawks, Cavs, Celtics, Cavs, Pacers.
But Bengals back to the drawing board. I don't know what's going to happen with their team. Let me see actually what their cap.
Yeah, that's a free agents too.
They got to get rid of T. Higgins.
Oh man, because Burrow and Higgins, right?
The Bengals they're at 43 mil at cap space this year coming up.
But they have to pay Burrow, so that's going to be a huge thing.
And they're going to have
to pay Chase. Because you can't pay Higgins, not pay Chase. I mean, you could, but you have to literally sacrifice everything else. Jesse Bates is not going to be there anymore.
140.
Ooh.
So going into next year will be 140. Obviously, all these numbers change.
Right.
So 140 next year,
Well,
2025.
that's
That's
gonna be
because so
completely
many people,
different because
so many
Burrow's-
people off the books.
Yeah, Burrow's going to have to come on. You have to extend Chase. Higgins is probably going to get traded this year. Jesse Bates is most likely going to walk.
Yeah, this is going to be real interesting to see what happens with this team. A lot of these guys, you have the short window. That's why another thing is you got to look at that's what the Eagles. Why the Eagles are so good. They went and traded. They're in win now mode because in next year or the year after,
When you have a quarterback on a rookie deal and the rest of the team around them is great, you go all in.
yeah. So enjoy it right now.
LA. Neil, where you at?
Neil, where you at? But man, listen, that's all I got tonight though. We're gonna keep it short and sweet.
Absolutely.
Any last words, fellas?
For me, make sure you check the socials throughout the week, throughout the month. Sorry, it's Black History Month, so we got some athletes we're highlighting throughout on all socials. So check that out. We're on IG, Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. So one's already up today, so check that out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about you, Kenny?
Geno Smith has not come back player of the year.
It sounds like you're writing him off, Kenny.
Oh man, last words for me, man. Make sure y'all sub to the channel, man. Through this year, we want to try to get to 1,000 subs on the network channel here. Make sure you like this video. NBA transition is coming soon. Can't wait. We get to see who the king of the guess that player. See what happens. I don't know who's it gonna be this season. I think I got Phil.
I've been waiting.
They say Phil Kenny. They say Phil plus 1,200.
I might have to put five.
I might have to sprinkle 5 on it.
It might be Phil this year.
I haven't played my GM religiously, so
he's been in the lab.
I've been in the lab.
He might have it right now.
But man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Next week, we're gonna try to have some guests, some neutral guests, on.
Speaking about neutral now.
Man, listen, we're gonna try to have guests on next week. Kind of just give different perspectives about both sides. Probably get some Eagles fans on here too.
Yeah, I need my man Dante back on here because I gotta apologize to him because I've been
he knew something. He knew something.
No, and I've been sleeping on the Eagles, but I'm man enough to say I was wrong.
Yeah.
And I like to.
He texted me. That. He texted me to What did he text? I think the beginning of the playoffs. I think he texted me. But
I would love to have him on next week and tell him, you know what, I was wrong, and I'm looking forward to
that growth. Good job, Kenny.
The growth.
Yeah.
Good job, Kid. Shout out to Rel. Shout out to Drew. Drew, I don't know how he's definitely been in here before, but definitely keep coming back in every week, man. We appreciate you for tuning in. Wednesdays 8:30, Facebook and YouTube. Man, we up out of here. We appreciate y'all. Peace.